Hey guys and gals, happy Wednesday. Hey, it's our last week. We made it through 8 weeks together. It's been a tough time. Summer one's always very difficult. A lot going on. We want to be outside. We want to work on house projects, going to the beach, the river, whatever. And so it's always a tough time, especially as we get to the middle part. About week 4 or 5, we start getting tired, especially this time. To some of you maybe continue on taking the A course of next term, and that's always challenging as well, presents its own challenges given the time. But I wanted to just say thanks for all the hard work you've done. Each and every one of you, you gave it your best effort. You gave 110%. You worked hard on the discussions. You worked on the written papers. You worked on everything that we did. A lot of information this term in the class. It was a busy term, and this is a busy class. I hope that you picked up some good ideas. I hope that you learned a lot from the material and the extra points that I share. I have really enjoyed working with each of you. It has really been an honor for me to work with you, and I've learned a lot from you. You have amazing backgrounds. Some of you have been in the business, some of you have not. It's all new to you, but it's okay. It doesn't matter. You have worked hard. You've demonstrated your understanding of the material. You've demonstrated your understanding of APA, some of the challenges that go with that, and that's not always the main thing. I know sometimes it seems like I harp on that, but I can assure you as you go along, the tips and feedback that I've given you, the links, the announcements, suggestions are there to help you, not to hinder you. I really want you to pay attention to the material, and I think that reflects in the grading. I don't delete a lot of points for the opportunities with writing and APA. I really just try to give you some tips on that. So if it seems like it, let me turn this radio down. If it seems like it, that's not my goal. That's not my goal at all. It's just to help you. But you really have mastered material. You've really done a fine job. Now, as we wrap up this last week, give you some idea about what we're going to do. First, before I share that with you, please go back and look at all your grades. Make sure that I have everything. Make sure I've graded everything that's within the late policy. If I mess something, let me know. Sometimes, the system does some weird things sometimes, and sometimes it can be challenging, and some of those look like they have it populated. I'll give you a 0, as a placeholder, or enter another grade based upon what you've shared. So take a look at those and make sure I have it all. If not, then let me know, and I'll go back and take a look at those. And if you have late work, again, within the late policy, get that into me this week. It's difficult to grade late things in the past when I get inundated with them. I'm pretty lenient on that. Again, if it's an extraordinary situation, obviously I can work with you. If you were just late, that makes it challenging because the late policy for the school does limit us on what we can do. So, but do take a look at those and get them to me if at all possible. What I do is I grade the current assignments now, and then I go back and look at those late assignments. I do look at them all. I look at every 0 before I submit information, the grade to the registrar. I look at those grades that are less than perfect to make sure that I didn't overlook anything, and maybe I can get a different look at that and maybe regrade it. So I do put you first. You're always central to everything that I do. I know sometimes it may not seem that way. We don't always like to get less than 100% on an assignment. I get it. I don't like giving out grades that are less than 100%. But that's academia, and it does demonstrate the academic rigor that we have to follow. And it does not get easier. I can assure you it does not get easier whatsoever. Things seem to be challenging, and as we move forward in our academic careers, no matter where you are, it does get more challenging. And I get it, I understand it. I've walked in your shoes. Raising a family, working 2 jobs, and trying to volunteer and all the things that I'm involved with. I get it. So again, I've worn your shoes and I've worn them out. I have blisters on my feet just like y'all guys are going to get and gals, you'll have blisters on your feet, so to speak, metaphorically speaking, that is, from all the work that you do. But it really does pay off. And those times when you're challenged and you think, man, I got this degree and I'm not moving forward or whatever, I want you to pick the phone up and call me. And I don't care if it's a year or two from now. Pick the phone up and call me and let's talk. I don't want anyone to try to convince you. Don't let them convince you that your investment in yourself by completing this program, completing your education, no matter where you are, what age you are, don't let anyone convince you it's not worth it, that it's a bad investment, because I hear that sometimes. I have people tell me that. Friends, hey man, you did that doctorate, what are you doing with it? You should be making $1 million. No, I didn't do it to make $1 million. And I know that in working in public service, public safety, wasn't going to make $1 million. I know I'm not going to make $1 million teaching. But I'll tell you this, I've enjoyed it. It has been a great journey for me. I've learned a lot. It has helped me. As I've shared with each of you, I was the first one in my family to complete a high school education. Everyone else did a GED or just didn't finish. We worked on the farm. And I was certainly the first one to go to college. And no one else has ever completed a doctorate in my family. So my point being is that even if your plan is not to get a doctorate, whatever it is you're doing, if you're finishing your bachelor's, graduate school, whatever your plans are going to be, your investment, I assure you, the return on your investment, you can't put it in dollar amount. In those terms, you can't draw a piece of paper and say, look, I've invested X number of dollars, but here's my return. It doesn't work that way. What you get up here, the things that you learn, the things that you're going to lose or use in your life, no matter where your job is, it will be astronomical. They're going to be extraordinary. And so don't pay attention to those things. Don't pay attention to those that tell you that it's not worthy. It's not a worthy investment, because what you've done this term is extraordinary. And I like using that word. You've all given your heart and soul. You've learned the material. You've worked hard on everything, and I'm proud of you. I'm going to tell you what. I wish we could all get together because I am proud of you for everything that you do. And I'm going to tell you what. When we finish this term, I want each and every one of you. I know some of you are humble folks just like I am. I want you to go to the mirror and say to yourself, if only just for a moment, I did good. I did a good thing. I completed it. I don't care what your grade. It doesn't matter what your grade is. We, earned an A or a C. I want you to go to the mirror and I want you to say to yourself, I did good. I did good. I did well. I did a fine job. I gave my heart and soul 110% to this class, and I'm extraordinary, because you are extraordinary. You've done a fine job. I'm proud of all of you, just as I said. And I've enjoyed the class. I've been humbled by the things that I've learned from you. Your knowledge that you already have, is just amazing. It's amazing, the experiences, the knowledge, the gift that you have. And I encourage you to continue going forward. Don't give up. Never give up. Just take a breather. Just keep going and moving forward and completing your education. If you ever get to a point where you say, I've had enough, this world's crazy, I'm not doing anymore, I'm dropping, it doesn't matter where you are, pick the phone up, call me, let's talk. I'm here for you still. Even though we're completing the class, I'm still here for you. It doesn't matter. I can still be your support mechanism to try to give you some tips and help you through those things. So anyway, it's been about 10 minutes. I know you're tired of hearing me ramble. I just want to take a moment and say good job. Take a look at your grades. Make sure I have them all. Get everything into me. If there's extraordinary challenges this week and you feel like you're not able to get your assignments into me, let me know. Call me, send me a text, send me an email, and let me see what I can do to help you before we wind the class up. So keep up the great work. Thanks for taking time to watch the video. And remember, good job. I'm proud of you. You did good. Keep rocking. You certainly deserve to keep rocking because you did a great job.